The internet is buzzing, the timelines are melting, and yes, it's all because Harry and Meghan just made another grand entrance that nobody can stop talking about. Forget the noise, forget the drama, and forget whatever headline the tabloids are trying to spin this week. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex didn't just attend Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party, they absolutely owned it. Kris, the ultimate queen of reality TV, threw herself a celebration so lavish it could make the Oscars blush. And the moment Harry and Meghan walked into Jeff Bezos's Beverly Hills mansion, every camera in the room turned their way. This wasn't just another celebrity gathering, it was a galaxy of A-listers. Oprah was there, Adele was there, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom were there, even Justin and Hailey Bieber showed up. But all eyes were on the Sussexes. The same pair the British press once claimed had been shunned by Hollywood suddenly became the heartbeat of Hollywood's most exclusive night. Walking hand in hand, smiling effortlessly, Harry and Meghan glowed with the kind of confidence that comes from knowing you've survived the chaos and found peace on your own terms. And let's talk about Meghan's look because, honestly, the woman understands the assignment every single time. She arrived in a flawless all-black outfit that screamed elegance without even trying. An off-the-shoulder top paired with a simple wrap skirt that moved like poetry. Her hair fell in soft waves, her smile radiant, and her jewellery understated but stunning. It was the kind of look that whispered sophistication instead of shouting for attention. Standing beside her, Harry looked every bit the classic gentleman in a black tuxedo and bow tie, a red poppy pinned proudly to his lapel in remembrance of those who served. Even in California sunshine, he never forgets his roots or his service. That small touch said more than any speech could. Once photos and clips from the party hit social media, the internet basically combusted. Fans were swooning, timelines flooded with captions like, "They're glowing." "This is love." And "You can't dim genuine happiness." And somewhere across the Atlantic you could almost hear the frustrated sighs of the tabloids scrambling to invent a negative spin. Because that's the thing about Harry and Meghan. Every time they appear happy, confident and thriving, the press loses its narrative. People aren't falling for the recycled drama anymore. The world is watching two people who walked away from chaos, built something of their own, and are thriving because of it. Here's what most of the headlines won't mention. Kris Jenner has admired Meghan for years. Long before this birthday bash, Meghan sent Kris a thoughtful package, a simple gesture signed, "As ever, Meghan." Classy, kind, and genuine. So when Kris planned her 70th, you can bet she didn't just invite anyone who's famous. She invited people who represent success, resilience, and reinvention. The fact that Harry and Meghan were front and centre tells you everything about where they stand in Hollywood circles. They're not outsiders. They're insiders who earned their place through authenticity, not royal protocol. Meanwhile, across the pond, senior royals were attending a solemn remembrance event. Of course, the usual suspects in the British press rushed to frame the contrast. While the royals honour tradition, Harry and Meghan party in Hollywood. But let's not pretend those two ideas can't coexist. Harry wore his poppy. He continues to advocate for veterans, and he's spent years dedicating his time and resources to mental health and service. Just because he's no longer bound by palace schedules doesn't mean he's turned his back on what matters. If anything, he's showing what service looks like when it's done from the heart rather than from obligation. That's exactly what unsettles the establishment. Harry and Meghan's independence dismantles the old narrative that purpose and respect come only from the crown. They've proven you can live with integrity, make an impact, and be happy without anyone's permission. Every time they show up, whether at charity events, on global stages, or yes, at Kris Jenner's over-the-top bash, they're redefining what influence looks like. They're not clinging to a title, they're building a legacy. And can we talk about how natural they looked? No forced smiles, no stiff postures, just pure ease. The way they laughed, the way they held hands, it all radiated peace. It's the kind of serenity that money can't buy and titles can't grant. After everything they've endured, from public betrayals to years of relentless media bullying, seeing them enjoy themselves so freely feels like a victory, not just for them, but for everyone who's ever had to choose peace over approval. Their joy is their comeback. Every photo from that night was a masterclass in quiet power. They didn't have to say a word because their presence did the talking. It said, "We're thriving, we're respected, and we're not going anywhere." Hollywood loves a redemption arc, but Harry and Meghan aren't a comeback story. They're a continuation of a journey that's still unfolding. They've turned pain into power. They've turned criticism into creativity. And they've turned distance from the palace into a platform that's entirely their own. It's wild how the same media that once dismissed them now can't stop talking about them. Why? Because Harry and Meghan drive engagement. They're the main characters, whether the tabloids admit it or not. Every headline, every photo, every viral clip just reinforces that fascination. And honestly, it's no mystery why people love them. They embody authenticity in an era that's obsessed with image. They show that you can be royal and relatable at the same time. You can be glamorous and grounded. You can leave the castle and still be king and queen of your own life. So, yes, this wasn't just another night out. This was a statement, one that said, happiness is the ultimate revenge. The Sussexes don't need to prove anything. They're living proof that walking away from toxicity doesn't end your story, it begins a better one. Kris Jenner's party just happened to give us the perfect snapshot of that truth. Surrounded by Hollywood's brightest stars, Harry and Meghan didn't blend in. They stood out, not because of their titles, but because of their energy, confident, calm, and radiant. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. It wasn't about outfits or exclusivity, it was about joy. Pure, simple, unfiltered joy. After years of being torn apart in the press, seeing them laugh so freely, love so openly, and live so boldly is the reminder we all needed. Happiness can't be silenced. So, Sussex Squad family, what do you think? Was this the ultimate Hollywood power move? Did Harry and Meghan just remind the world yet again that peace is the new prestige? Let me know in the comments, because you know I'll be reading them all. And if you're enjoying this kind of storytelling that celebrates the Sussexes with truth, humour and positivity, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss an episode. And hey, if you'd like to help this channel grow and keep spreading balanced, uplifting Sussex content, show some love through super thanks. It really makes a difference and helps us keep shining a light on truth and kindness. Because at the end of the day, Harry and Meghan don't need the palace to shine. They are the palace. Thanks for listening, stay kind, stay curious, and keep celebrating that Sussex glow up.